o'clock on the dot. What's going on, my good peoples? What's going on, my good folks? Some time, man. I couldn't make it to the studio this week. That stuff we do, and I got more tired. I ain't expect that 30 minutes. But we'll be back there next week. We got it lined up. We'll be back in there next week. August 1st, 7 o'clock p.m. You know, we got a nice thing to talk about this week. We got a nice thing to talk about. We got a lot of little stuff going on. Thank y'all as usual for joining me. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Appreciate y'all stopping through the rock with me as always, man. The support is much appreciated. I know y'all don't gotta be here. Y'all here because y'all want to be here. And that's the best part. Ain't nothing like it. Like I said, super appreciative for support, the continued support. You're new here. Staying with this show, it ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. We making some interruptions because you know it's a train that passed through here. You know what I mean? I ain't forget about that part, but you know when I shoot videos outside, I'm trying to pick some days we can go as uninterrupted as possible. But the spot I'm normally at, it's kind of bad for me. People be walking by, trying to talk to me and stuff like that. This spot right here, I ain't really been to whatever picks me. But like I said, if you're new to this show, it ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. Principles and parameters. You know, that's our motto. Also, if you die, you die. Like we got a lot going on over here. We got a lot going on over here. But when you violate the principles and parameters, if you die, you die. Speaking of that, man, I thought, listen, I hate it when I'm right. Sometimes I want to be wrong. Trust me, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I legitimately want to be wrong. Just the math don't be mathing. Carlee Russell. Lily. What the hell was going on? I was hoping that wasn't the case. I figured it was the case, even though I was hoping it wasn't the case. I figured it was the case. That's a bad joint. That is a bad joint. But you decided that you were going to you decided that you were going to play with, like, it gotta be some mental health issues in there, but we all understand that attention is the devil today. That's the root of evil today. Attention is about the worst thing that people pray for today. And that definitely shows, that's definitely loud and clear. You can't mistake in that, no way, no how. You know, I really, people ask me, right? People ask me since I talked about it last week. A couple people ask me, yeah, this train about to come, yo. My apologies for it. People ask me, what did she get out of that? What do you think she was trying to get out of that? And honestly, I can't answer that question because I don't speak sicko. So I don't know what she was trying to get out of that. I don't know what her agenda was. I don't know what the flow was at. So I think it came down to some point in there was about attention. I really do think that some of that was about that. Now, is it all about that? I'm not going to say yeah. 1 second. not gonna sit here and act like it was all about the attention. Now I don't think it was all about the attention. Um, I think she may got some stuff that ain't going right on upstairs. Man. I mean, because to make that plan and make that, you know, to make that phone call, like she made a couple of different phone calls though. It wasn't just a phone call to 911. Like she even called her family. She even faked her family out. So we gotta remember that it wasn't just about the public, you know what I mean, or the police. Like she also put stress on her family with phone calls. Right? She was on the phone with them with the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta remember that it wasn't just the police that she bamboozled. It just wasn't them. There were others involved, like close to it. So, but to answer that question of what did she get out of that? Like I said, I don't speak sicko. So I don't know what she got out of that. I don't know what she hoped to accomplish. I don't know what her agenda was. What even influenced that? Like I don't know. I can't speak to that. But it's sick, and you know, it's calling a spade a spade. One thing we know for sure is that as a black man, right? How many crimes have white women called in and said that a black man perpetuated whatever kind of crime, whether it was rape, assault, robbery, sexual assault, murder. Like how many times have white women, the Karen, right? That's how the Karen thing came in about, right? People at the park just mind their business, or people outside just mind their business, and a white woman think a black person having too much fun, right? So think about it as a black man, how, hey, what's up, man? So think about as a black man, right? Or even as a black woman, right? Like for y'all, where a white person don't call the police and said that y'all were doing something wrong that y'all really wasn't doing wrong. Right? So for her to use that angle, I think that made it even more egregious, right? Because we're already fighting those battles. We're already fighting those wars. And you're going to exacerbate that for your own nonsense and foolishness, which doesn't make any sense. Now, somewhere in there, she's going to get charged. I promise you. Charges is coming. I promise. And she got to get charged. She has to. There's no way around her not being charged with a crime. I mean, because she did commit a crime. She committed several crimes, right? Just the amount of resources that was utilized in the search for her in the Tyler, right? Don't forget, it was a Tyler involved in this too, right? According to her. So, the amount of resources that was allocated for the search and rescue, the amount of money that the public donated, the city, the government donated to try to find this woman. You know, to file the false police claim is the bare minimum. That's at the bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? Like there's so much stuff that she did wrong in this. Like Jesse Smollett, whatever his name is, like 2.0. 2.0. You know what I mean? The same type of foolishness though. I mean, the same thing just for attention, which was even weirder with him because he was on TV. Like you already had a certain amount of attention. So man, I think his agenda was trying to get a bigger bag from the networks, like to rise in infamy in the public. You know what I mean? By going through that level of event. That's what his angle was. So his angle was clear. We overstood his angle. What the hell she hoped to get out of that? That it really doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any logical sense of what? Like 15 minutes of fame? You know what I mean? And you in Alabama, like. So they asked he was a detective or something. You could find the news conferences, right? The first news conference after she came home, right? After she walked in the crib, right? I think Monday. Yesterday or was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. They had a press conference. Well, it was Saturday, Sunday, whatever. They had a press conference, and dude got out there clean. You know he was going to tell him. He got out there clean, right? About clean as he can get. And you know he was about to throw her. You know he wasn't going to spare her, and he did still spare her. But you knew the wreck was coming, right? So somebody asked him, one of the reporters in the press asked him, like, with this going forward, would this determine how you respond to the suspicion of a black woman being kidnapped in in your jurisdiction in Hoover, the city of Hoover, or town, or whatever it is, right? So he gave the political answer, and I call a flag on the play because it's not really a flag. He gotta be political. I ain't gotta be political. Now we outside on the corner, man. I can talk how I want to talk. I call bullshit because we all know that there has to be a level back of your mind question mark. Like, yeah, I remember the last black chick that called in with this foolishness. She kidnapped herself. She was at her dude house hiding. And even her dude was stirred enough the way he wasn't even with it. Like, yo, you bugging. You know what I'm saying? So this has to come into your psyche as a cop, especially when you're an investigator, knowing like somebody else pulled the wool over our eyes and bamboozled us. Another train about to come. Another person came through and bamboozled us. You know what I'm saying? The 52 fake out. She was over there eating, she wasn't eating on Haagen-Dazs. She wasn't eating bride. She might have been eating what kind of ice cream. It wasn't that it cost a whole lot of money because people that are alright don't do that kind of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? She might have been eating some stepped on yogurt. I'm talking about the stepped on it. I ain't talking about real yogurt. You know what I'm saying? But train about to come, y'all. But yeah, I don't get. Well, this one right here when it moved kind of slow on me. Oh, and now he stopped. That's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I don't know what her agenda was. I can't really answer that. I can't even answer that. So we offer that, like, real talk, real Rizzy. But supposedly she wanted her ex to miss her when she was gone. Yeah, but to my understanding, she was laying up with her boyfriend, her quote-unquote boyfriend. Her quote-unquote boyfriend didn't agree with her fake kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? That's just according to what I read. Like, I don't know all the facts, but according to what I read, they were saying how yeah, here it coming now. Want to come. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so like I said, according to what I read, her boyfriend even wasn't with the shenanigans. Even he had a level of principles and parameters. I want to talk about something that somebody posted on my one of my reels today. So remember last week, you was here last week. If you wasn't here last week, I catch you up. No worries. So I talked a little bit about the police, not policing the police. You know what I mean? The police, you got police standing by watching police commit crimes against the public, right? When they supposed to be there to protect and serve, right? Public service is supposed to be it's supposed to be your first job. So the part when I was saying that part about, I don't want to hear nothing about anything until these quote unquote good cops check these bad cops. It's a quote. I can't remember who said it. Somebody famous that said it. The only thing it takes for evil to prevail is for a good person to do nothing, right? Fact. So somebody didn't agree with it, right? So somebody came right in my comments with the nonsense, and what they said to this video was, talk to me when you talk about pretty much black on black crime. Nah, it's not hot, Will. I'm actually, no, it's actually, isn't bad. It's an overcast. It probably is gonna rain eventually, but no, it's a nice overcast. Oh, you can't see the gray clouds. That's real clouds. That's a real screen. That's not no filter or nothing. But he came in there pretty much on. He was in his bag immediately, right? So he like pretty much don't say nothing to me until hey man, do some push-ups. Um, um, he said pretty much he don't want to hear nothing about what I'm talking about. If I ain't gonna sit here and talk about black on black crime and what's going on there, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I responded, obviously you don't follow my platform because even within that show, right? I talked about barriers we have within our own communities that's going to stop us from progressing, right? I always talk about what's going to stop us from progressing, right? And y'all be here, y'all know that to be fact. So he say, "Oh yeah, I don't care about your platform. I don't care about your leftist narrative." I said once again, you clear it on fire because you know I can care less about red or blue like Bloods and Crips. I don't care nothing about Republican, Democrat, or Independent. Go that way. I care about right or wrong. That's it. That's what my governor is. That's what I subscribe to. I never subscribe to blue, red, yellow, white. I don't subscribe to none of that. What we subscribe to, principles and parameters. We subscribe to it only to what's right and wrong. All that other stuff miss me with that. You know what I mean? And then, you know, it's one of them cases. Um, you know, it's one of them cases where I even called him out of it. I said, no, the problem, you know, what happened was you came in here assuming, right? You came in here with a clear assumption, and when I checked you and corrected you, you're not man enough to admit you made a mistake. Why are you here? Go that way. Which he officially went that way after I said that. You know what I mean? Because you can't dodge the truth for so long. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's wrong with people. People lost the ability to listen. Because even within that statements I was making, I never brought race into play. Right? Because black folk, that black community probably got the worst hand dealt when it comes to police brutality and police misdeeds and all that. But or is it exclusive to the black community? Negative. I seen on one video where a big behind male cop, white guy, choked out a white female cop for her trying to intervene him from being too rough and aggressive with somebody that was already in custody. You know what I mean? So that problem isn't exclusive to just the black community. Do we have a lot of instances where we get the big run of that? Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think nobody in their right mind going to dispute that. I don't think nobody with a halfway brain going to dispute that because that ain't really disputed. That's real rap. You know what I'm saying? But people lost the ability to listen. You know what I'm saying? Because the police getting on the right kind of time helps everybody. This don't help us, it helps everybody. And it helps them. Because it helps them forge better relationships with the public. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. But I want to talk about that part. Like that was real super logical to me. And that's the only thing I really had this week. Somebody said negative so far within the last week or so. And that wasn't really negative. He was just an idiot. Right? He just made a bunch of assumptions. He came in with some assumptions and he didn't know what he was talking about. You know, Gillie the kid from Million Dollar Worth of Game, formerly, you know, he started with Major Figures, the rap group. He laid his son to rest yesterday. His son had his janazah. Kevin Spady, known as YNG Cheese, that was his rap name. You know, there's a still picture going around where Gillie's hugging his other son, who was, you know, his Mac and Cheese was a rap group. He was hugging Mac, the group, YG Mac. I don't know who YG Mac is, but Mac of that group, he was hugging him. And they was looking down. You know, it's one of the things where, like, you really can't fathom. There's no way you can fathom that. There's no way you can say, I feel this pain if you haven't been there. That's not one of them. I feel you. That's one of them. I hope I ain't never got to feel it, to be honest. That's more or less what that is. I hope I ain't never got to feel you. But that picture just spoke volumes. We talk about pictures speaking 1,000 words. Like that picture said everything it needed to say. It hit on every button that it needed to hit on. Yeah, yeah. It was just a bad joint. Just a bad joint altogether. You know, I pray for strength, healing, and patience for them. People probably say, why you say patience? Patience is because every day is going to be every day is going to have its own set of challenges. It's not going to dissipate overnight. That pain, that hurt, that grief, it's not going to go away overnight. It's not really ever going to go away. It's something that you got to learn to manage. You got to learn how to manage pain. Right? So that's why I say patience. Because they probably asking when that pain going to go away to the magnitude that it is. And that's why you need patience. That's where patience comes into play. And I pray that they get that more than anything is the patience. You know what I mean? The patience is going to be bigger than anything else that they could ask for. But yeah, I wish them the best. I wish them all the best. The city has rallied around them. So that's the dope part. The entertainment section of the city has really rallied around it. And you got community leaders and activists that have rallied around it. Like I said, I just want to keep in mind, like 4 or 5 other people lost their lives this past weekend. A bunch of other people got shot, so don't forget to pray for them too. Right? That's just not look because of somebody you think is famous or somebody that has a platform or somebody that's more visible. Nah, pain is pain. They all sharing that same pain. You just can't see their pain because you don't know who they are. But they going through what they going through as well. So keep everybody that's out here losing their lives every day in praise. Unfortunately, you got some people out here that should lose their life. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna say it is what it is. Some of the foolishness that y'all know behind the scenes stories of why certain things happen. I kind of talked about. I'm losing service out here for some reason. I kind of black daddies and black girls, but these black daddies and these black boys live as well. You know what I'm saying? 2-part process. Don't get it twisted. I understand that, but just the baseline game. Like some of that we understand. They got to come outside and they got to figure some stuff out for themselves. Like that's part of it. It is what it is. Like you ain't gonna be able to teach them everything. You ain't gonna be able to tell them everything. You're gonna be hard headed to certain things you tell them anyway. Like we all was, right? So that's understood. But these daddies gotta be even more now. I think it's more important now than ever. One, because of social media, because of all these different various drugs. These little boys and these kids subscribing to these false ideologies, man, and looking up and really worshiping human life figures. You know what I'm saying? Not subscribing to some kind of God or some kind of religion. They really out here subscribing to human beings, whether it's entertainers, whether it's people they consider the man on the streets, or whatever trivial being that they think of somebody that's worth subscribing to or looking up to or emulating. Right? The social media made things a lot more dangerous, a lot more crazy. The influence is a lot different for a while. It's coming from a technological source than it ever was. You know, we was coming up, you had the TV, but we knew the TV wasn't nothing on there real. All that was scripted. Somebody sat in the lab somewhere and wrote out every line that somebody said, or somebody ad-libbed it to make it sound better than what was written down. We understand that all that stuff was scripted, right? But when you can move around on these various platforms and see reality TV or people making videos pretty much talking about, yeah, that's my life, I'm a real one, and I do this and I do that, and people beefing over records, like really beefing today. Like they ain't even artists that you ever heard of. You know what I'm saying? But they got a full-blown war that you would never know that started from music, that started from some subliminal disc or some kind of what they call it shade or whatever the case may be. That's really causing kids to lose their lives today. They're really losing their lives behind that. You know what I mean? Hey, kid. It's easy to lose the close relationship you have with your son once they become. No, that's a fact, right? That's a fact. Well, now you know what I say to that? I say this to that, right? If you did what you're supposed to do, you know what you raised, right? Is that absolute? Absolutely not, right? Right? Does that mean your kid is never going to go off the reservation and go and deviate from the plan and path that you set forth? Absolutely not, right? But what you hope is this. You hope whatever jewels, whatever knowledge, whatever good you instilled in them, whatever foundation you set upon them, will eventually overpower whatever external influences that they have or they're going to encounter. That's all you can hope for, right? Does that mean that that's going to be absolute and that you're going to be able to overpower this madness, all this weird stuff they talk about in school today? You know, they doing just as many drugs in school as they doing outside today. You know what I'm saying? Like the good schools, quote unquote good schools, they getting caught with fentanyl in them schools too. They getting overdoses in them schools too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the hood. It's not no hood stuff, right? But no, I totally understand your statement. Your statement is very accurate, right? But like I said, the only thing you can hope for and pray for is that whatever you instilled in that child, you know what I mean? Whatever you was persistent at, whatever you went better than them, you kept them beating them, better than them. You kept regurgitating. You sound like a broken record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and unfortunately, like that's the thing. Like we all gonna have to go through our own set of trials and tribulations. That's just life, right? Ain't nobody immune to that, and there's no way to dodge that. But like I said, what you hope for is that when they going through what they're going through, well before they get in trouble, well before they forced to get it right, you know what I'm saying? Something's going to click and say, you know what? I don't even come from this. Kids. If you ain't never eat sleep for dinner, you don't know what it feels like not to have back to school supplies and clothes and your struggle story is the Wi-Fi going out. If that's your struggle story, the Wi-Fi going out. You had a mama and daddy, or you had a mama or a daddy that was, not together, but they were still in your life, or you just had a mama in your life, you just had a dad in your life, whatever the case may be. If you come from a decent household, if you got knowledge of, you got educated properly, you got stayed in the right path, if you never had to go and figure life out at a young age, right? You were able to, you was afforded the luxury to be naive to the atrocities of life. Don't wait till don't go outside and try to be what the other kids is that gotta live that life. Because partially they gonna laugh at you, look at you like you're crazy, as they should. But they gonna welcome you in. Why? Because misery loves company. Oh, you wanna be a crash dummy? You wanna be retarded? Come on, come over here and get this work. Here, yeah, you the man now. You with us. Right? You probably gonna have one or two that's gonna pull you to the side like, yo, you ain't even built for this, man. This ain't you. Go back over there, bro. But the majority of them gonna say, yeah, come on, come with me, let's go throw our life away together. It's illogical. I never understood that. I really never understood that. You really got kids out there that they struggle story really is the Wi-Fi going out, and they run around here talking about they got it from the bottom, or they got it out the mud, or they ain't have a lot coming up. But you don't know what it feel like to go hungry. You don't know what it feel like not to have a decent pair of shoes on your feet. When I'm talking about decent, I mean just with no holes or the sole ain't coming loose. If you ain't had to be on a washer and dryer cycle, meaning like, no, we only wash clothes once a month here, if we got a washer and dryer. If you was afforded the luxury to wash your clothes until the washing machine broke. If you ain't never got cussed out for leaving the light on, not because they ain't had the paper, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I don't even know how I'm gonna pay the bill next month already. You wanna run the bill up even more. You You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what that life like, if you, like I said, if you don't know what it's like to eat, sleep for dinner, if you don't know what it feel like to have to go to a neighbor's house to eat or to wash your behind or to escape and get some form of peace or whatever the case may be, or to go outside to get peace. Train saving y'all right now. Train saving y'all right now. It's been on my heart all week. Y'all gonna get that work. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Because let me tell you what the difference is, right? Those kids that was forced to go outside, right? Whether you believe it or not, some people are forced to go outside. Those kids that were forced to go outside because they really ain't had no other alternative, there was really no direction to turn to be okay. They got the game and understood the rules to the game and understand and was properly educated on the rules of the game. They ain't go from the couch to the asphalt, to the tar. It was a methodical progression because they really trying to fight their own ills and like that ain't really what I want to do. But this is what I gotta do and I'm fighting and hoping for a better way. But during this time, you know what they getting? They getting all the rules to the game that they need to get. Right? They understand the concept of the streets. They understand the rules and regulations of being governed by street culture and street codes, right? Because now that's what you subscribe to at that point. You no longer subscribe to what people do on the step. You lost the right to do that. So what happens is, you want to know why some of these kids getting killed at an alarming rate? Because they going from PlayStation remotes to wanting to go outside with the people that been outside their whole life. All because that PlayStation remote ain't cool no more. It ain't fulfilling no more, right? They want the same reputation that them dudes got. They don't get that same reputation. So now they in search of a name. They in search of a reputation. So now they want to go outside and hang with the dudes that don't care about the next 5 minutes. So now you want to know what you got to do in order to survive that climate? Now you also got to care less about the next 5 minutes. But you're not really built like that in your heart of hearts because you know, because they gotta do what they doing to eat. They don't know where that meal coming from. They don't do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So now what they gotta do is they gotta do what they gotta do. But you yourself, you know you about to get a couple of dollars, right? Your folks about to give you a couple of dollars for school supplies and school shopping in about a week or two. How you say going back to school lit? You gonna be lit when you go back to school. One, they don't even care about school, but if they want school supplies, they gotta go get it how they gotta get it. You ain't got that problem. They outside busting down platters amongst each other to eat decent. You know, you got a 4-course meal in the crib that's waiting on you whenever you get there. Your plate in the microwave. Matter of fact, your plate under the little heating lamp just waiting for you to get there. But you rather trade that in with some perceived misnomer, a street cred. Like it's real value, like it's real long-term value in that. But meanwhile, in the interim, you don't deviate it from the plan of what you would naturally set on. So now what happens? Y'all get killed out there because y'all don't understand the rules of the game. Y'all violate all kinds of rules and regulations. Because y'all don't know and y'all ain't about that life. You want to force something that you ain't have to force. You want to live something that wasn't meant for you to live. Meanwhile, everything that them folks in that crib that you come from work to accomplish, work to achieve, so you wouldn't have to, what you just did to them. You just told them you ain't care about none of them sacrifices they made. You ain't care about none of this achievements and whatever path that you was able to set for them kids. They don't care, they're not appreciative of that. They don't care nothing about it. That's part of the issue out there. You're doing stuff that you ain't got no business doing. You living a life you ain't got no business trying to live. What's that? Stay in your lane? Stay in your lane. That lane wasn't meant for you. That's why sidewalks was made. Streets weren't for anybody. That's why you got steps and sidewalks. The streets was never was intended for you. That's why it didn't go your way. That's why y'all the first to get locked up, the first to rat, y'all the first to die out there. Appreciate you, Will. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? But that's real rap, and that's what the problem is. You got sheep trying to mix with wolves. That ain't never worked out right. Sheep and a wolf was never meant to mix. And if they mix and cross paths, there's gonna be a lot of fur flying, a lot of fur balls, paws. It is what it is. That's how that comes to pass, and that's how that comes to be. And then you know what people, the first thing people out there say? Oh, he was such a good kid. Oh, he was a good kid. He wasn't a street kid. Oh, you missed the part we decided to go outside. Because we wanted to make an Instagram post like, man, you know I be outside. you wanted to do it for the brand. You thought that was far more important. It ain't about nothing. Y'all need to understand it ain't about nothing. Every time somebody tell me they come from a good home and talk about I was a street cat, man, I look at them like they got 12 eyeballs. And I ain't excluding nobody. Anybody that ever said that to me in life, I looked at you like you was crazy. Man, I'd have traded my hand in for yours 10 times over. Ain't no way in hell you tell me you come from some salad. And I ain't saying that you come from a mama and daddy in the same household, that mean it was perfect. No, you still had your own set of obstacles. But that wasn't one of them. I promise you that wasn't one of them. On average. It's a 10% rule to everything. I always say that. It's a 10% rule to everything. So for the majority, that was not your life. You had none of that other stuff to worry about. You chose to go outside and hang with it. Like I said, you wanted to be with the wolves. But they were wolves because they had to eat. They had to pray to eat. You don't know nothing about that life, and you don't even know what to look for, watch for, or even how to adapt to be that person. So it's sad when I read these headlines and I see these kids out here where they said they was good kids and they was on a football scholarship, he was on a basketball scholarship. Come from a good, wholesome household, you know. He was at the wrong place, wrong time. No. We need to stop acting like he didn't make a decision to be at that place at that time. He made a decision to be there. One thing we know what's going on outside. Everybody that live in these neighborhoods, because you know neighborhoods overlap with craziness and foolishness. You know what I'm saying? We know where it's going down at. Everybody know where it's going down at. That's one thing we can never ignore. We know damn on that block they sell a bunch of drugs. On that block they do all the shooting. On that block they do all the robbing. Like we know exactly where what's going down at. So when I hear something happen to you on a block where it goes down at, I kind of look like, why was you there? You know, when you take a split second, it's not a movie. It happens that fast. Like even if you hop out the car for 5 seconds, it can happen in 5 seconds. That's all it takes. They gonna spare you because, they said, you a civilian, you ain't really in the game. Well, no. There's an old saying, when I was coming up, there still is out there today. There's an old saying, stand with them, play with them. Play with them, play with them. It's an old saying. So instead of you saying, hey, yo, I'll be outside at the park on the court, you know I hoop, meet me there. No, you want to meet them on the block, so you can say, yeah, I'll be on the block, everybody know I'll be out there. Alright, well, that's where they're going to find you at. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's the case. They keep turning the spirits of government. I don't play straight. But I see y'all next week, August 1st, I'll be in studio. I hope y'all got the information I gave today. I hope y'all received it. I hope y'all have y'all kids watch this information, man. This is important. This is the real reason why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all kids watch this, man. Because sometimes something coming from you over and over can become redundant. They start tuning you out. You know what I'm saying? When they see it coming from somebody else, unfortunately, sometimes they respect it a little more. You know what I mean? start next week, man. We're gonna have fresh content, fresh material. We're gonna bomb on something. I don't know yet, but it's gonna be something we're gonna bomb on and have fun about. You know how we do. Principles, parameters, man. I see y'all in the week.